At one point or another, everyone has had the desire to go back in time and change something, be it a simple embarrassing act or something history-changing. Whilst the average person doesn't really see anything wrong with this, there are some who do see the flaws this creates. Obviously, there's the main problem that time travel hasn't been invented yet. Or has it? By its own definition, once it has been invented, it will be invented across all time instantly, as one could simply travel back in time and give the invention to all past selves. In the meantime though, let's assume that you have a fully functioning time machine. With this, you can travel to any point in time, from the dawn of the universe to its final conclusion. These are easy feats for your time-conquering machine of science, but travelling back to last week to pay off that overdue pizza bill will be impossible. But hold on, I have a time machine, you yell at your monitor, furiously clutching the cheesy receipts. Whilst yes, you can travel back in time, you have to remember that time and space are linked together. Observe. We humans are under the impression that we're not moving, simply sitting on some blue marble of water and rock, but we forget that actually we're being whisked around the sun at 30 kilometers per second, let alone the speed the sun is moving around the galaxy, which in turn is moving around in the universe. Ignoring the universe, this time last week, the Earth was a week that way, not here, so if you jump back now, you'll only end up in the cold dark vacuum of space. Not looking good for those pizza bills, is it? Okay, let's fix our space problem. You can now shift around through time and space. Nice paint job too. You'll still face another problem though, a paradox. A word commonly thrown around with time travel, but what actually is a paradox? Simply put, it is an idea, be it physical, mental or other, that both contradicts itself and is correct at the same time. Scientists aren't too sure what would happen if one did occur, but they usually agree it would be pretty bad. The most well-known paradox being the grandfather paradox, but let's simplify it a little. With your brand new time machine, you travel back 5 minutes in time to go visit yourself. Let's call you A and him B. Okay, now A kills B. With B dead, A is now a merciless time-killing criminal. Right? Wrong. With B dead, A can no longer be created as A is the product of B existing, which he can no longer do as he's dead. With A not being able to be created, B doesn't have anyone to come back in time and kill him, what with A being the one who did it. As B isn't killed, he becomes A by travelling back in time to visit B. B is then killed by A, who stops existing, allowing B to survive, and so on. To save you another headache, in short, travelling back in time is pretty much impossible from a theoretical point of view, as a simple act of travelling back can cause a paradox. Even if you went to pay your pizza bill, you would no longer have a reason to go back in time. Without a reason to go back in time, the bill would then be unpaid, giving you a reason to go back and the cycle repeats. It is for this reason that we must abandon the idea of time travel altogether and go for something even more confusing: parallel universes. Two such types of parallel universes could exist. One where a new universe is created by every choice you make, such as buying a red shirt or a blue shirt. In that instant where you choose, another universe will break off where you buy the blue shirt and probably another one where you didn't. Up till that point, all universes are identical. Same grades, same number of cat videos watched, and the same number of unpaid pizza bills. The other parallel universe theory has a new universe created for every available choice at any given moment, causing a new universe to pop into existence for even small things like which way an atom moves inside your chair. Every atom, electron, proton, and so on in the whole universe has a choice of moving anywhere. Therefore, every second, billions upon billions of universes are being created, simply because an atom shifted slightly to the right. This is a confusing and mind-boggling concept, so we'll ignore it. For now, imagine all universes as a piece of string wrapped around each other, much like a rope, with the center string being the home line where you are now. Each string around it is similar, but slightly different in many ways, sometimes small, others large. With this new concept, we'll need to upgrade your time machine a little. Perfect. Now you can traverse time, space, and parallel universes. With this, you can jump back to whenever and wherever you want to without consequence. How? Well, jumping back now doesn't cause a paradox, providing it's to a different universe. If you leave your home line, any other line connected to it will have you alive in. Probably. So long as the home line remains intact with you alive, all other lines are essentially splinters from that image, meaning you can mess around in the past all you like and not phase out of reality, as a paradox is never created. If it's something as simple as correcting a past mistake, no doubt you can bounce around for a bit until you've found the universe where the desired action has taken place. In this universe, your bill is paid and the overwhelming guilt of unpaid pizza is no longer there to drive you to build your machine. But that doesn't matter anymore because you're happy where you are. Or are you? What happened to the you that was living there before you got there? Did you have to remove him to make sure there was only one you? Or does the machine only transfer your consciousness over between the universes, allowing for none of that messy business to take place? If it's the latter, you're limited to travelling back in time to only when you're alive, and when you do, you'll only be stuck at whatever age you were at that time. So much for killing Hitler. If it's the former, feel free to do whatever, although this could lead to an uncomfortable situation where you're alive before you're born, or that you end up being your own grandfather and the whole universe implodes because you realise how stupid that is, and so you make a time machine to go back in time and kill yourself to remove this weird existential crisis you're having, but only succeed in creating a paradox because in this universe you didn't have this helpful video to help you. Thanks for watching the first episode of what is to be many more, ranging from topics simple to confusing, much like this one. If you have your own topic that you feel needs to be covered in a stupid amount of brief detail like this one, add it to the comment section below. The most interesting one will be made into a video, along with the suggestors having their names displayed in all their glory.